amazing. The Michael Decon program.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Harvard professor exhorted the crowd to reject the traditional path to success.
Turn on, tune in, drop out.
And we are live. Oh my goodness. The time has come. You have found true salvation. First time listeners out there, it's a pleasure to meet you. I am your host, Michael Decon, reporting to you live from Newport Beach. Please be aware that this show is habit forming and life altering. It's certainly not for the weak of heart. Those who are easily offended, I remind you to exit this ride at your earliest convenience. Also, remember, you too can get involved here. You can join us by dialing 424-285-6699. 424-285-6699. We would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on just about everything. Once again, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for allowing us into your hearts and into your minds. Here we are again on a night like this. Oh yes. In a moment, I'll be joined by a special co-host, Mr. Von Wehunt. Many of you will know him as the host of his own program, The Von Wehunt Show, while others will recognize him as the author of the book, The Bachelor's Guide to the Galaxy, I believe. Now, without further ado, let's bring in Mr. Von Wehunt. Von, are you alive or what's going on? Did we lose you, Von? We might have lost Von already, folks. He might be gone. Let's check in. Let's see. Von, are you... Oh, did you get booted off there, Von?
I think I did. I think it was the assassin that tried to kill President Trump tonight.
They're trying to take you out,
They're working
too.
the airwaves, man.
Holy
they are.
hell.
They are. Those bastards.
Von, for
Those
whatever...
crazy bastards.
For whatever reason, Vaughn, it seems like there's always something going on, as you mentioned in the chat room. That there's always some shit unfolding here on the program when you're going to be here, basically.
Every time there's always major news happening, and it's a pleasure to be on your show again, Michael Decon. Looking forward to this night, and what a great Saturday night. I mean, my God, the topics that we have at your disposal are going to be amazing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And of course, you just mentioned shots firing going off at that dinner going on.
Oh my, yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Right when we start the show, there's shots fired. It's terrible. It's the White House Correspondents' Dinners. Everyone knows. The latest that I've heard about this, Michael, and to the crew out there and the people in radio land, podcast land, is that they first said 5 shots were fired, then 8, now 10. The guy had, in some late media reports, had a serious weapon, quote unquote, what the Secret Service said, and he assembled it in a lightly secured area of the ballroom. And now they're saying it's up to 10 shots. Then they said he was killed, and there might have been an accomplice because they claim one person is in custody, and they kept saying that the shooter was killed by the Secret
Really?
Service. So there we are. Yeah, wild stuff, man.
So yes, the Secret Service officers at the White House Correspondents Association dinner is the title, where the president was set to speak. And of course, President Trump was rushed out of there immediately. And I'm reading something else here. Somebody sent me this prior to coming on here and talking to all of you before we turned on the mic. I was sent this post here, and it says Robert Kennedy Jr. and his wife, Cheryl Hines, came out and were ushered into an elevator. Then Janine Pirro emerged, and the FBI director, Kash Patel, came tearing across the hallway with two men in tow. His girlfriend was hiding in a room with another man who was holding her hand.
Wow. Incredible.
What was going on there, Vaughn?
Can't make this stuff up. I mean,
Was he plowing her
every
down in there in that
day-
bathroom stall? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah. Let's get the video of that, huh?
I know. I'm looking for a
Fantastic.
video of that.
Oh.
I want to see the CCTV footage
Yes.
of that, by the way. Yes, Kash Patel not having a very good year, I would imagine. Yes, he's very trigger happy about that suing thing. He likes to sue.
Yeah, he gets feisty, wants to sue people that don't like him or whatever, and it's typical DC Beltway behavior. Nobody wants to duke it out anymore. Like a real man, you want to sue everybody.
That's right.
Now we
And,
fight with paper.
and Vaughn,
lawyers, right?
I always say this: never trust a man with googly eyes.
Exactly.
It's a word of advice, boys
Exactly.
and girls. Stay away from the man with the googly-like eyes. You don't want to trust those
Yes.
folks. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I mean, I wish Kash Patel great. I do like his video of him dancing around. I mean, that went viral on the internet a while back. I mean, I really got a kick out of that. Did you see that?
I don't recall he was dancing around like Ellen DeGeneres. Is that what you're telling me?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, he was dancing. They say he was drunk, and I swear to God.
Wow.
I must have been sent like 10 or 15 clips of that. He's in a hotel room dancing with his shirt off. I think he's drunk, allegedly. Don't sue me.
Oh, you
I'm just
think he's
saying,
drunk? Yes.
I think I have no evidence of that at all to back it up. It's pure speculation on my part. But
I know sometimes you could dance when you get a little bit of some of the spirits in you.
Exactly, the spirit was in him. Exactly, in a good way.
In a good
And
way,
it was-
right?
And it had like millions of hits. So,
Holy hell!
millions of people who've seen that. But it's out there. You can look for it.
Wow, I'm gonna have to. And by the way, Vaughn, as we continue forward here, I forgot to say Guten Abend, Mr. Von Wehunt.
Yes, sir. Love that. Love that.
And of
German.
course, Guten Morgen for our German listeners. I believe it's the early morning somewhere.
Oh, it is. Guten Morgen, mein Kameraden over in Berlin.
I got a lot of German listeners, by the way. I didn't think I'd ever see that.
Oh yeah, they're pissed off. They're ready to rock and roll over there. They're just waiting for the match to be, lit. Oh, but Germany. It's funny because the German government has said, hey, if you have German blood in you, and if you're an American, you can apply to be a German citizen. Well, be careful about that, folks, because they want you to fight in another war against Russia. If you're a German citizen, then they can legally draft you to a war. which
No
they
kidding.
want.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the people over there the government is crazy, and they haven't, they still want to fight Russia. It's part of that, like Macron and all those people are just nuts. What's funny is they've allowed in millions of Muslim people, the Muslim hordes, right? But they want now I've seen their ads on American TV saying, and of course, most of America, not most, but back in the day, did have some German descent. And now they say if you have even one drop of German blood, you can apply for German citizenship.
That is amazing. So
What's
yes,
that catch?
I know what is the catch, but yes, there's an undeniable energy that comes with going live, isn't there, Avon? That's the thrill of the unscripted, the beauty of letting a conversation find its own path, and of course, letting your nuts hang.
Exactly.
It's always fun. It's always great.
And it's the best. I mean, I would only do live radio. I've had a lot of people that say, hey, I want to give you the questions and I want to do a pre-tape. And I go, I don't do any of that.
That's way too hack.
You come on. Yeah, it's way too. If you come on my show, there's no script. There's no nothing. Just free flow of information. I don't care where it goes. So it goes somewhere. Then we'll follow the path. Right?
Absolutely. And I've actually not gone through with a few pretty big profiled names, by the way, because I didn't want to send over a sort of list of pre-selected questions, by the way. And some of you would have been blown away. I wish I could reveal that, but you know, I keep some things private. You know, I have some class at times, Vaughn. So you know, I keep it classy. But you'd be surprised, my friend. You'd be surprised. Some heavy hitters, who very famous people actually wanted to be on this very program that you are on, Vaughn. But their sort of their handlers, quote unquote, wanted sort of a list of questions before they would be here, and I mean, I don't like doing that, to be honest with you. I think it's a little hack. I don't like doing that, and you know, I tell you generally, or some people, just kind of what I want to cover, but not sort of pre-written questions, nothing like that. I find that pretty egregious.
I do too. And we do the same way, kind of a loosey-goosey script, maybe jot down some ideas.
It's better that way, man. It's better that way.
Yeah, totally better.
Especially live, you know, again, letting the proverbial nuts hang for the boys out there.
Exactly.
Let them hang.
Yeah. Absolutely. Let it all hang out. And that's the best way to go, because, you know, we've all heard these radio shows before, or rhino shows where they have a real tight script and they just really repeat, you know, the talking points of the day, but they never go off the beaten path. They never go down the rabbit hole or do anything other than the norm. There's way too many normies.
Normie bullshit. It gets old. It gets old. And by the way, hold the horses. I got to ask you though, Vaughn, are you still on the Trump train, by the way? Are you still a big mark for one Donald J. Trump? Are you still MAGA?
Great question.
I'm curious. I haven't talked to you in a few.
Well, I voted for the guy, and yeah, I do support the president. I do, but with certain conditions. In other words, a few years back, what I'm seeing is a lot of good and a lot of bad, to put it bluntly. We're not MAGA, make Israel good, you know, make the Israeli nation great again. It's MAGA. I think Trump has gone off that a little bit. The problem with MAGA is that it's too well. It's most people in MAGA. If you were to talk to them, whether it's you know, say, or the rank and file, or the rhinos, they believe in their heart of hearts, mind of minds, that making Israel great again makes America great again, because we're joined at the hip. And I don't like that. To me, that's all bullshit. It is making America great again, period. And we're way too close to Israel. I think Trump's too close to Israel. And he campaigned for no wars. Okay, I get it. We're over there. I didn't like it. I did not recommend it at all. But since we're over there, you know, I think we have to do some major damage and get the hell out of there, to be honest. Get out as fast as we can. But we're over there now, so let's do some damage, set them back 20, 30, 40 years. At least do that much. And by the way, people in Iran don't want to give him a freaking deal. It's not going to be any deal. They are trolling Trump big time. And he, you know, he's like a boomer guy. He goes over his head. But these little Iranian people, Persians, man, they're trolling him on Twitter, X, and elsewhere. They don't want to do his deal. Plus, also, whenever they do say, hey, you know, I could sign for it, or this guy, what does Israel do? That very night, they find their house and they kill him. So the next day, Trump goes, I had nobody to negotiate with. Well, yeah, because your best friend Israel is killing them in the wee hours of the morning. You wake up, there's nobody to talk to again. So it's one stalemate after it. Either you get a handle on Israel, man, or you're going to be doing this deal thing for 6 more months. It's starting to look pathetic.
It really is. A lot of people voted for Trump, but they got president.
This is not what we voted for.
It's not. You voted for Trump, but again, you got Bibi instead.
Yeah, we got a Bibi wannabe that he's. I want to focus on.
Oh no, I'm saying actually
jobs.
By the way, to clarify though, I'm saying that of course people elected Trump, but in hindsight they got Benjamin Netanyahu. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, totally.
The real president of the United States.
Well, yeah, and of course Israel likes to disavow and say, "Oh no, we don't control you guys, and we're just another country." No, you're not. I totally agree with you, Michael. It's like Bibi is running America. He's running American foreign policy. They'll all deny it, but they're gaslighting the American people, and that's where I have a big problem with this.
I actually miss President Bush, to be honest.
The first or second?
Junior, yes.
Oh, Junior. Yeah.
He was quick on his feet. He was a little badass. People throwing things at him.
He was those shoes,
ducking and dodging. I think a lot of people actually miss Bush as much as I despised him back when I was growing up. But a part of me does miss him. I mean, I kind of miss seeing him on that truck riding around with Putin. I thought that was hilarious.
That was hilarious.
Good times.
It was, and it was great. I mean, he's talking like a Texas rancher out here, George W. Bush. I care about America.
He's got a little charm going to him, he's got some charisma.
He's got that, evangelical Texas preacher thing, talking like from the side of his mouth, puts an R where it doesn't belong.
I'm telling you, Vaughn, if you'd have told me years ago I would ever be saying anything positive about Bush, I would think you were smoking crack.
Exactly.
Damn, I can't even believe those words just left my mouth, that I actually miss Bush. I mean, holy shit.
That's pretty bad.
That's crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
That is crazy. I'm sorry.
Crazy,
I got to stay quiet for a moment. I mean, that was.
Well, the Republicans are going to get slaughtered in the midterms. I've been saying that for months, and unless Trump pulls a magic rabbit out of his hat, but the word I hear on the street is, you and I both talk to tons of people, West Coast, East Coast, and in between, they're going to get slaughtered, man. I mean, that's why I'm a nationalist. I mean, yeah, the Republicans have got some things if they would ever stick to their playbook, but they're famous for saying MAGA, MAGA, MAGA to get elected. And then when they get in there, it's MAGA, MAGA, MAGA. It's all about Israel.
I just can't support any political. I can't support any political party now that will be aligned with Israel. I think that's what we need to do. Find a party that is not so heavily affiliated, so heavily controlled by Israel. I mean, we need that. Americans, I
totally agree.
That. I'm just being honest, folks. I mean, I'm not a political pundit, but I think a lot of the world is tired of it. I mean, I even side with Iran. I mean, that's how bad things are, Vaughn. I'm actually cheering on for Iran.
Party in DC is still up there, and they're just two sides of the same coin. The more we go, and that's why I'm a nationalist, because I want a party that's totally divorced from Israel, totally divorced from Bibi. And, the Iranian government, as bad as they are, I give them credit, because even in the moment of total defeat, I mean, let's face it, a lot of their military is wiped out. But these guys still think they're winning. And they're trolling the president, and they're pushing all the right buttons. I hate to say it, but they're making him look bad on the world stage. And if I was Trump, I'd say, pack your toys, pack your bags. You're not going to get a deal. We've already sent them back 20, 30 years to clear victory and get out of there. Because the longer we're there, I mean, I'd just cringe if they were to get a direct hit, just get lucky with their last Scud missile or something, or whatever they call it. That's what I'm afraid of, is like them wiping out a bunch of our troops.
My goodness. Absolutely.
I do. Because what does Israel always give America? They always want our blood and treasure. All we get back from them ever, we get nothing of value. All we get is body bags, debt.
Well, they want more free labor,
That's right. Exactly.
Let's just be honest. But that's inappropriate to say, though. I mean, that is wrong, Vaughn. I have no idea why you would think that. I think
Oh,
you
man.
are the worst person on earth, Vaughn, for ever saying that here on this program. I am offended.
Oh, vey.
Deeply, deeply offended. But I mean, it's the truth, though. I mean, folks don't want to hear
It
that.
is.
A lot of the normal folks out there, a lot of the Republican people, the evangelicals, the Christian folks out there, they get very angry if you say
They
things like that.
do.
Very
They get mad at
defensive.
me. They get very defensive. They really, really do. And I mean, the Republicans would be a better party if they'd stick to their guns and at least just treat Israel like Peru or Bolivia or Italy. But they don't. They got to go over and they got to kiss that damn wall.
What do they
And
got
I
over
don't.
Trump? That's all I'm asking. Do they got video of him doing bad things, nefarious things?
Well, the rumor is they have blackmail on and videos of everybody up there. I mean, everybody, every senator, every congressman. And I believe it because you see what they do. They say things to get elected. And then the minute they get in there, I mean, the minute it's like, boom, we're pro-Israel. We're going to push the Israeli agenda. And that's what we're all about. And MAGA. Then they'll say MAGA. And they expect everyone to like clap like seals. And they do for a while. But I think a lot of people have broken away. Trump's done a lot of damage to his brand, if you will,
Right.
by being so cozy with Bibi.
Absolutely. And again, as someone who does more of a politically leaning program as you do, Vaughn, and I say that without any shade thrown your way, as they say in the streets. I'm not dissing you or anything like that. I'm just saying, as somebody who talks about these sort of things, I know a lot of your base, a lot of your listeners out there, very pro-Trump, very pro-Israel. And I'm sure people get very upset with you when you go on these sort of rants about Israel.
Exactly. Well, the thing is, we talk about it because Israel, I've always said, as a nation, is the biggest attention whore on the planet. I mean, they always want to be in the news. They're always in the news. It's like the kid in high school that always wanted to be in front of class.
Are you saying you don't
Israel.
like all the dancing and singing, Vaughn? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, they're always doing that. A constant attention whore. Look at me. I'm your greatest ally while they kill everybody. It just seems to be the way they operate. And I just point out the obvious. And by the way, I've always said on my show, we are never trying to be the biggest show because the American people they have a short attention span. It'll take them a long time to digest a big juicy steak. But when they get it, all hell will break loose. But they're still digesting this, going, where are we? I'm not quite sure. Are we MAGA? Are we MAGA? So on my show, I just point out the obvious and go, think about it. I mean, this is our foreign policy. I hate to say it, but it's not really an independent American foreign policy, which is the way I'd like it to be. I don't mind Israel being a country. I have no problem with them being a country. I just don't want that little country trying to dictate to us.
They have such a stranglehold on America.
They do.
Tiny country that has so much say that you must bow to them. They could have you arrested. They could have your means of all your financial means just evaporated through your banks. They have a lot of power in America. It's pretty outrageous, and it's one of the scariest things in the world. Doing a program like this, just saying any of this could get you whacked. It could ruin your life essentially, and that is insane that we have to live with that. And by the way, someone, I believe Dublin, is asking why would you think he's saying, or she, I believe this is Dublin's a girl, I believe. He's asking why I think Trump is innocent, or why would I think that Trump is innocent. And it's not that I think that he's innocent. I'm just asking a question. I'm just asking Vaughn here how he feels about it. And unfortunately, though, I don't believe any politician is innocent of anything, unfortunately. I think they've all done horrible things. And by the way, we are joined by a caller. They were calling in earlier. Vaughn, let's see what our caller has to say. Are you there, caller?
Check it out.
Yes, sir. Hello, gentlemen. This is egregious and blasphemous.
Blasphemous.
Hello, blasphemous.
Yes.
I like that name.
No. You can call me what you want, but just anyway, I just want to say that these false flag bullshit events that keep happening. Trump's not even good at that shit. I mean, he ought to hire fucking Spielberg or somebody because he cannot fake anybody out. We all know that was all staged. Let's just be real.
That's one thing I did want to ask Vaughn, by the way. If he did think that was a staged, sort of a false flag sort of scenario, the faking of one's first time around the shooting that we all saw. The ear, by the way, the mysterious, all sort of, now it's fully healed, you like a chameleon, Vaughn. Do you think that was legitimate is the question?
You know, I'll be honest with you. I'm 50-50 on that whole thing. I don't believe 100% either way right now because I'm still doing my own research on it. I've talked to people who were there that say, yeah, we heard a bullet whiz by. Then they shot that kid on top of the roof. And then again, yeah, Trump's this guy. Now, again, we don't know if that was a body double that was given the speech. We don't know. I mean, that's what we're kind of getting down the rabbit hole here where I don't know if that was actually Trump doing that. It could have been. Maybe it wasn't. So there's a lot of chicanery and a lot of secrets in our government with these assassinations. Even tonight, I mean, was this a legit thing, or was it a false flag during a time of war? We don't know. But the whole thing with the ear, it looks to me like, again, it depends on your point. For me, the jury is still out. I think more information is going to come out of that. I will say it's suspect, and it looks kind of funny that nobody talks about it anymore.
It just went away, right?
Yeah.
Not even Trump
says, Mr. President, how have you healed? Your ear looks great. I never hear that from the media.
No. He hasn't said, look how beautiful this ear is. No one has ever seen an ear grow back like this. I mean, Trump, he likes to sort of say these sort of things. The fact that he's been so quiet about it, I think, speaks volume.
I do too. It's kind of a red flag, pun intended. I mean, he doesn't bring it up. He is very quiet about it. And nobody in the media dares touch it. So that's your first indication that nobody in the Beltway media will touch that thing with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, so that's what makes me very, very suspicious of it all, by the way. Just like our caller here is saying, I'm not buying it. And caller, do you feel that way too?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, that ketchup, here's the key. Is the ketchup, when he smacked that ketchup bag in his ear, it didn't even get on his hair. How the hell does blood get everywhere but not on your hair? I mean, come on now.
That's a great point.
That's a good point.
I'm talking about? I mean, I always say the American people, us collectively, we're far more observant and far more smart than what they think we are that way. And so there's nobody that really talks for us or speaks for us in the media. It's all scripted. And like you and I always say, Michael, I hope everyone enjoys the show because it is a show at some point.
I have to believe that to be true. And yes, I agree with one of our chatters here on the YouTube, on the JW Tube, as I call it. Irrigate was staged, he's saying. There was a director and photographer to cover it. Video shown the evidence, and I agree. The Secret Service had photographers move to one side of the stage for perfect photo opportunities, my friend. Just set perfectly so they could get that great shot of the president with his fist up. And again, it seems like it was bullshit. Now hindsight 2020, Vaughn. I think there was some manipulation going on.
And here's even the weirder thing. The Secret Service, you're right, Michael. They saw the guy get up on the building, nobody finger. Like it was part of the choreograph, part of the script.
Part of the show.
So now tonight, the Secret Service or Johnny on the spot, man, they shot the guy. They got maybe his accomplice and whatever is going to be going on tonight. We'll hear about it tomorrow when it all shakes out. But the other thing, I think there was a person or two, a lady, I believe, in the stands behind Trump. And I can't find any information that died or got wounded. So it's been hush-hush, hard to get, they sponge the internet for these stories. They get rid of them. They go in a trash can somewhere. So I initially heard when Trump allegedly got shot at that there was one or two people behind him that got wounded. But
somebody did get wounded. Somebody died. But what does that mean, though? Just because somebody died? Oh my God, someone died. Oh, my heart, it's broken. No one gives a shit. I mean, let's be honest. You think the government actually cares if they killed a few people? I mean, our government
That's
went
what I'm saying.
Our government went
That
and
could be
bombed.
our assassin.
Pretty much.
Assassin.
But if the government can go and do these sort of things, I mean, they went and bombed a school full of little girls, basically, in the Middle East. Do you think one person is a big deal? I mean, come on. Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
No. And all governments do it, not just ours.
Pretty much.
I mean, Russia and China would be 10 times worse, I think. But with America, yeah, we've killed people. And would they kill 1 or 2 people for a photo op?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. Big deal.
Yeah. She could be a mother of 3. It could be wounded or killed. It'll happen again. They'll, it's just terrible. Our hearts go out to them, right?
Yes, our hearts, thoughts and prayers. Yes, thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers. That's the favorite line. And they would kill for that. Sure.
I mean, look what happened just a few years ago, with the lockdowns and all of that. I mean, don't put it past your own government to do these very wicked things. We have a long track record of doing wicked things to our own people. You could just go down the line since the dawn of time. And ridiculous stuff that goes on. It sounds all conspiratorial, but unfortunately it's not. It's very much real. And people go to jail for conspiracies, by the way. So yes, conspiracies do happen. And I saw something here about another troubling sort of situation that just went down with one David Wilcock, by the way. And I think the caller might know about that.
Oh yes, but on a side note, we're moving off the demons at the White House. But you've got a picture on your messenger. A picture is worth 1,000 words, because if you look at Trump's expression as the people around him are in shock as shots are being fired, you got 87 Secret Service agents running down the stairs all over the place. You've got the press off to the side filming all this. I mean, come on now.
That's right.
It's all demon magic, is what. That's what. David Wilcock started off as not too bad a guy. Then he ran into a demon by the name of Corey Good. That boy fucked his head up bad.
You think so?
And as a result, oh hell yes, I'm 100%. I'm not even 99 on that one. I'm 100%.
Oh my. Very confident.
Yes, and so he destroyed the little Wilcock, and then they tried to make him feel better by finding him a cute little lady to marry, kind of pump him up a little bit, and he's, poor boy, is pissing in the bathtub and in the sink and talking to squirrels and whatever he's doing. That Beth says, no, I'm not playing that. So she had to move on, and then now he's begging for telling stories on his Sunday afternoon preacher's session that he did, making $2,500 in 3 hours and 33 minutes, every Sunday. Homeboy was bringing in $10,000 a month, working 4 days a week. But the IRS, so much goddamn money, he knew damn well he was never going to pay it back. So he started smoking crack and just lost it. Poor boy lost his mind. But then you got this guy over there at this I'm not going to say the name of the show. Y'all could probably figure it out. But he's Mr. Cambion. He's a demon. That boy's a demon, just trashing old David Wilcock every chance he gets, just profiting off his insanity. It's blasphemous.
And for those who don't know, David Wilcock, he's mostly known for the sort of larger audiences out there. They know him for his appearances on the History Channel's Ancient Aliens, by the way, and other sort of ET extraterrestrial content sort of stuff. And he died at the age of 53, boys and girls. And I believe I actually saw David Wilcock back in 2016 at Contact in the Desert. And this was a pretty big event. David Wilcock was one of the headline acts out there, Vaughn and Color. And he was one of the whitest white guys I've ever seen, by the way. He looked like a Puff Daddy out there, by the way, wearing all white. Yep, there's a lot of hippies out there. Yeah, it seemed like a giant cult, to be honest. But I mean, everything is a cult once you do break it down. Let's just be honest. But yes, our boy Wilcock was involved in an incident with police. And this was Boulder, County, Colorado, I believe it was, off the top of my head. And this just happened on Monday. And, there was a lot of speculation, as our caller was just talking about. People were saying, he was going through a lot of things mentally. He had mental issues, unfortunately. And I think a lot of people actually have mental issues. And it doesn't help when people go around and sort of trash you when you're already sort of messed up on the inside. So something like this happening isn't exactly that far-fetched, boys and girls, especially if you already are in a very bad place mentally and financially. I mean, a bullet to the head will quickly get you out of that situation.
No doubt. I felt the same way, Michael. It's they said he has all these mental issues. Now I went back and I watched his last couple episodes. And I will say the guy did look very distraught, very scared about something. And
well, the guy was in a major lawsuit, Vaughn, by the way. They took everything from this guy,
right,
essentially, and that's got to be shitty, especially when you have, he had this huge property, by the way, out there in Colorado, a very beautiful cabin in the woods. I mean, who wouldn't want that? And then one day, you lose it all.
How did he get involved in all these lawsuits? That's the thing I don't get. I mean, I read about a couple of them, but what was the big deal about them taking all of his property? That would make any man blow his brains out.
I believe the caller had something to add here.
It was Corey Good. Corey Good convinced Mr. Wilcock to make some movies, okay? But Corey, he's a shrewd little demon.
Yeah, tell us about Corey Good really quickly, by the way, caller, for people that don't know.
He is probably the best data miner to ever come along. And for those who don't know what data mining is, if let's say you wanted to pretend as though you were a super secret space soldier or some bullshit like that. So what you would do is you would spend a lot of time on your couch with your bong, watching YouTube videos and reading and watching this, that, and the other, and so on and so forth, and just kind of figuring out how could I pretend to be a super soldier fighting demons and reptilians on Mars. So this motherfucker figured it out. He goes to David Wilcock. Wilcock needed a gig, make some money. So he goes over to Gaia TV and tells Jay Widener, I got this guy. He's a super soldier. Well, the first show I watched, I said, that's a bunch of bullshit. This guy's no super soldier. He's a super moron is what he is. But David Wilcock, all he gives a shit about was the money, because he was making a shitload of money with Corey Good telling these fake super soldier stories. And then Corey Good decides that we don't need Gaia TV. We could do our own thing. So he tells David, you got to resign. Let's go do our own thing. Well, that fucking set off a whole string of bullshit. You had people suing people and people talking shit on the internet about this, that, and the other. And Corey didn't like that, of course, so he started suing everybody. And then in the meantime, they've got these movies, and somehow Corey figured out a way where all the money was coming to him.
By the way, caller, by the way, I can't help. I got to stop you and say, as you're talking here, you sound like the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, the pro wrestler in the 80s.
Well, I am related. You're
related to Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah, he does sound
I don't really want to get into that.
It's Dusty Rhodes here on the phone. He's
connections there
from the grave.
My handlers might not appreciate if I talk about
Holy shit. We got a pro wrestler talking to us here, Vaughn.
Love it.
In my mind, you are Dusty Rhodes, in my mind.
And a smart one, too.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Just call me Dusty, then.
I'm going to call you Dusty, but yes, by the way, Vaughn and the audience listening at home, Corey Good and David Wilcock, these dudes were like headline acts. They were like the rock stars, basically, back in the UFO talk circuit for a few years consecutively. They were killing it, Vaughn. And obviously, the caller knows that as well. These guys, I'm telling you, they were big time. And I was around them a few times, by the way, unbeknownst to them.
Wow.
I was just watching and seeing their behavior.
I'd like to hear, a bit more about the end result of this by the caller. Like, how did they get, out of sync with each other? What went down, man?
By the way, Wilcock, I would just say this quickly. He was pretty cool. He was a nice guy.
Yeah.
I ran into him once. I don't really talk about that very often. And we briefly exchanged words, and he seemed like a pretty chill dude. So it's very unfortunate. A lot of people talk shit about the guy. They trash this guy, as they do everybody else. But again, I'm not going to shit on the guy. He just died. I'm not going to say anything too harsh about the guy. He was doing his thing. He was making a lot of money, and then he did some bad financial deals with some people that he probably shouldn't have done. He could have just rolled that wave, and all that money could have kept coming in, and there was no shortage of that.
That's what he should have done.
He should have just, played it cool.
Yeah, he short-circuited everything, and I guess the Colorado sheriff went up there, or the deputies saw him outside the cabin, saying he was really intense and this, and they just saw him allegedly blow his brains out. So,
God damn. And there's people out there that say that's not true, that he was murdered. A lot of folks out there say that. Again,
we don't know.
We don't know. Until we see that body cam footage, but are we going to see that? Probably not.
Probably not. And they can CGI that.
Gary Cassidy putting out that bullshit. All these, all those people might as well just be part of that MAGA cult. They all, everything's a goddamn conspiracy. You know what I'm saying? It's so stupid. Some of these people are idiots.
Well, I'm not going to disagree with you. There are a lot of idiots all around. A lot of crazy ones out there in these sort of political cults, as there are in everywhere. These are all cults, no matter how you want to differentiate them. That's what they are in an essence, in their true spirit of what these things are. Groups and all that bullshit. It's unfortunate, but that is the reality that we live in. But yeah, we'll see what happens. And Buddy James says ego was his downfall. Well, you never know.
Interesting.
You never know.
Pride goes.
That's what demons. That's what demons do. They figure out your weakness and then they prey upon your weakness. That's exactly what Corey Good did. Corey Good stole about $1 million, maybe more. I'm just ballparking.
Holy shit! Okay? Really?
But that is not a high ball. That is probably a low ball. So what he did is he was supposed to pay David at least $300,000 or $400,000 of that money. Probably gave him a few bucks at the most. Now, David would have used that money to pay his bills, so he couldn't pay his bills. Now, at the same goddamn time, David gets his reputation ruined because now Corey Good's suing everybody. Now everybody hates Corey Good, and everybody hates David Wilcock because David Wilcock and Corey Good are like, fucking Batman and Robin, but they're the bad guys. They're not the good guys. So, it fucked his whole life up. The poor boy couldn't make money. The ancient aliens said, get the hell out of here. We don't need your bullshit up in here.
I understand. And that is the truth, by the way. I was talking to Vaughn. I hate to say this, as I try not to sort of be involved with that group, that circuit out there, even though I am unfortunately involved to certain degrees with some of these folks out there. And I was at a contact in the desert maybe 3 years ago. And I was having a few drinks with some very prominent folks in some of these circles. And I'm sitting there, I'm having a good time. I'm a little red-eyed. I'm a little drunk. I'm feeling great. And the subject of David Wilcock and Corey Good come up. And these people, you should have heard them. They were saying all sorts of bad things about the guy. It was pretty wild. But yeah, he was persona non grata. Both of them were pretty much persona non grata. And yes, I could attest to what the caller is laying down here.
Interesting, man.
But in typical Israel demonic fashion, blackmail bitches that they are, Mr. No Good had blackmail material on David, and he knew David would never throw him under the bus. Although I wish he had, but because that's why he was able to manipulate him. That's how it works. Let me tell you a quick story. True story. In Ventura, California, there was a conference. Real quick story. We're all waiting for Mr. Wilcock to show up and do his talk. He's got fucking 2,000 people, the standing room only, sitting in there waiting for him. I just happened to be outside. I was smoking a joint, out in the parking lot, whatever, getting ready, just getting kind of primed up.
Amen.
And all of a sudden, I see from this side building, way in the back of the whatever the fuck that hotel was, I don't even remember. And I see all these Chinese and Oriental people coming out, like a whole fucking clan of them. I swear to you, I'm not making this shit up. And then all of a sudden, here comes David Wilcock. He's got an entourage of these Chinese people and all around him. And I'm like, wow, what the hell's going on? Why does he need 15 Chinese people walking with him through the parking lot? I swear this happened. I started walking up over there to say hi to David. And they got all worried like I was going to do something. I said, I'm just going to say hi. No, you don't say nothing to him. You go away. I saw anyway.
Wow.
I mean, that motherfucker, he thought he was a superstar walking in there like he had 25 people trying to kill him or something. Bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
sounds pretty interesting. Yes, William Henry told me a story about Greer, similar, very similar. Basically, they're in a conference room during a during a speech by one Mr. Greer, by the way, and he had his security team blocking the door. By the way, wouldn't let anybody out during his speech there.
You talking about Dr.
Wow.
Stephen Queer?
Oh, well, yes, Stephen Greer, but I mean, you're calling him Stephen Queer. I wouldn't say that, but I don't want to get sued.
Well, I'll say it because I'm just the caller. It's not my show.
Allegedly.
I'll shut up if you want me to.
Well, allegedly, I mean, you could say that, but I'm not. But yeah, Stephen Greer, another name, by the way, who was going to be on the program, but his handler said he's one of the people. I wasn't going to reveal this, but now that we are on that subject, they wanted all the questions to be sent in through email, and I said that's not the way we do it here on the program. And they got very irate, and then I just at that point I knew I'm not going to do business with these people at all, and that's fine.
Well, that's kind of what happened with you and me this afternoon. I wanted some questions, but I didn't really give a shit. But it was the Illuminati handlers. I got, we're not going to maybe get into it. Maybe we will, but my handlers wanted to know. I said, shut the fuck up. I know Mr. Decon. He's a good man. He ain't going to try to fuck with me. So just relax. I got this handled.
Well, that's interesting because I don't even know who you are, by the way. Maybe you might have. Maybe you made that part up.
It is what it is. I know you. You don't know me, but I got to know you because I'm talking to you right now. So that's my
true.
job.
Well, you're not lying. Absolutely, but yeah, I love that too.
Love it. Man.
My God, man. I'm telling you though, Vaughn and caller or the American Dream, Dusty here. I'm telling you, they had a good thing going. Corey Good and David Wilcock. I'm telling you, these guys were making a killing, Vaughn. It's really insane what happened. I never thought we'd see this. By the way.
Yeah, and I like Dusty out there. The American Dream. What a good handle. I like that. That's a great moniker for a show. I will say this, kind of some breaking news. American Scotch out there did get a ID on the alleged assassin named Cole Allen of President Trump tonight. He's a California cheater, he says. And so Cole Allen, another name that will go down in infamy. Is he a patsy or is he the real deal? No one knows. But I did want to kind of chime in on the Wilcock issue.
Go ahead.
Here's the deal. I did some digging of my own. I found some interesting tidbits. He dies at age 50, right?
Tidbits,
it's exactly
yes.
53 days before Steven Spielberg's Disclosure movie. Weird. And all of the disclosure social media channels reported on this alleged suicide before any official police about his death and demise, which is a classic government psyop pattern.
Oh, yes. Oh, I did read something like that.
Yeah, so he dies at age 53. And these Illuminati people, they love numbers and numerology. They love it.
They do.
So they're always doing things with numbers. You look at numbers and so if he was killed or he offed himself allegedly 53 days before Steven Spielberg's Disclosure movie. And of course, Steven Spielberg is synonymous with E.T. and Close Encounters of the Third Kind and all kinds of sci-fi movies. Which ties in again with David Wilcock. Strange stuff goes.
Oh yeah.
Is that coincidence? Cohen, Mr. Cohen? I don't know. That's very, very strange.
I'm waiting for the next person to drop, by the way. So, these things happen in pairs.
Yeah.
So.
Well, they are tying them in with the 11 nuclear scientists in general and other people associated with the nuclear and UFO sensitive secrets of the United States. Now, Trump talked about this a few weeks back and even a few days ago, and he said, we're going to look into it. In a week or two, we are going to know. But, they're like dropping all over the place in New Mexico. Secret labs down there around Dulce, Alamogordo, and, that general, for example, the Air Force general, who was
Don't leave out
really,
Zorro Ranch. That
That's
Zorro
right.
Ranch
That's
is
right.
really,
well,
if you look in there,
yeah,
you'll find out what the hell those people were doing with some crazy bullshit.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
right.
But they all like this guy. He left his house, had his handgun for his morning hike, and walks off and disappears. What gets me is no body. There's no evidence of struggle. Just nothing on most of these so-called murderers. Or were they beamed up by Scotty on the Star Trek Enterprise? Anyone's guess? Or, did a truck come by and bag him and tag him and throw him in the back, and it's some kind of a deep state operation?
It's very interesting.
I don't put anything past anybody. I mean,
Not
these
anymore.
things still go on.
Well, they do.
1960s. You watch those 1960s spy movies, like James Bond and all that. That stuff still goes on today. Everyone likes to sanitize it, but they're probably dirtier today than ever before, than they even were back then.
I would have to imagine. And I don't put it past our own government or any other sort of nefarious group out there, any of these people tied to these sort of organizations, to put out a state-sponsored sort of hit, which happens quite more often than you can imagine. But yes, we have a case of all these missing scientists. Nobody knows what happened to them, very much like they don't know what happened to a lot of the people that were surrounding Bill and Hillary Clinton for all those years. A lot of people coming up mysteriously disappearing. I guess it must be a coincidence then.
It's got to be.
Oh, it's got to be. It's got, yeah. This is all, I mean, it's all fake news, by the way, people. All these sort of stories, it's all made up by people smoking pot, essentially. So, yes, you could stay asleep.
And that's why I spell it a coincidence. Is it COHEN? A coincidence? Is it Mossad involved? I hate to bring up Israel, but they made it very clear that they are no longer satisfied to be a little country, our little aircraft carrier in the Middle East. They have the Greater Israel Project. Could it be one more episode of our greatest ally? Because if they could keep America down, get us embroiled in the Iranian war, which they're doing, and then knock off our scientists, kill our brain trust, they could fast surpass us.
That's
and
right.
With all the land that they're acquiring, people don't know that they've been bringing Israeli Jews into Ukraine, settle, Argentina, settle. There were IDF soldiers found burning down the forests in Argentina, caught red-handed. Let's go.
And here in California, by the way, I'm glad you mentioned that.
California, oh yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, your fires out there. I'm right. I'm
not too far away.
In Arizona, and I grew up out there in Cali, and they burned down some major, beautiful real estate because of Palisades, and so there's so many competing forces here of what's really going on. And I tell people, watch yourself, keep your head on a swivel, because you don't want to be part of this show. You know what I mean? Like even tonight at the White House dinner, what did everyone do? They were smart. They ducked and covered 1950 style under their banquet table to avoid the assassin and gunman.
That's right.
I mean, we can't even put on a dinner. Think about it. And I'm for the Trump ballroom. We need a secured place to do these hotels anymore. Sorry, you need big time security. The way the world is, the way the people, our society is, it's gone mad. It's gone crazy.
No, I agree. And let's not forget the Samson option, by the way.
Exactly.
Good times, Vaughn. Good times.
It's good times.
It's good times all around, yes.
Israel has always said, if we go down, everybody goes down. We're going to blow it all up. And I go, oh, what a great ally you guys are. Yeah, so if you're having a bad day, now we have a bad day? Oh, wonderful ally we have. No one can see, but you and us here. They are our enemy. They've been our enemy for many, many times. They're really a frenemy. They act like they're your, you had those friends in high school and college. Hey, I am your best friend. I'm looking out for you. I'm on your side. You find out they're stabbing you in the back in more ways than one, sabotaging everything.
Absolutely.
And what a great friend.
What a great friend.
A fair weather friend. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. Ove. Yes. Ove. But yes, the American dream, Dusty Rhodes here on the line, boys and girls, the reincarnation of one Dusty Rhodes here on the line. It's I'm so glad you called in, by the way, Dusty.
Well,
too.
truth be told, okay, I'm actually his clone.
His
That's
clone,
really what
okay.
it is. I mean, yeah, most people wouldn't understand that. You know, when you're in the Illuminati, they clone anybody they want.
And you're claiming
All right?
you're in the Illuminati now.
They clone Hitler. You know,
Wow.
Hitler had 8 clones at one time. I don't
Hitler
know
was
if you know
cloned.
that or not.
I didn't know that. That
Yes,
is
he did.
The hell,
Really?
yeah, he was.
And body doubles.
Yeah, him and
everything.
Mengele. Yep. They're trying to clone Trump's penis. They're trying to get it to be bigger. It's just too damn little. They got it all fucked up. They can't fix it.
Well, I mean, it was Stormy Daniels who did say that his pecker was a little on the strange side.
Yeah, but let's go back to the McCaslin. Right? We do have information, okay? So I'm gonna be very careful what I say. Just assume that I'm lying, you know, wink, wink. But
Right.
we have a slew of well-trained remote viewers within the Illuminati. When we want to know things, we just contact them, and they go ahead and figure it out. And so, Mr. McCaslin is not dead. He's been taken to a base in Dulce, New Mexico, not where the aliens are, not where Phil Snyder tried to kill those aliens. It's nearby there, but not exactly right there. And I'm gonna tell you why he's there, because Israel and factions of the deep state are planning a fake false alien invasion.
Really?
And that's why these people are going missing, because they already know that. And they don't want anybody to get in the way of their plan when they try to fake everybody out, and then they got to have their new world order. They want Trump and Bibi are going to try to run the world, Putin too. They're all together. They're all in cahoots. They're all demons. They're all fucking reptilian shape-shifting demons, as far as I'm concerned.
I knew it. But so yeah, you're not here pushing wild conspiracy theories. You're being sincere, Dusty.
Well, there's truth in what I say, but I'm gonna kind of make it sound a little silly, so I got plausible deniability.
That's smart. Vaughn, he's covering all his bases here tonight.
I love it. Orange man bad, right?
The Orange man pedophile.
Well, you know, like I was saying before the show, chatting too, but can you imagine this country under Kamala Camel Toe Harris? I mean, you think it's bad now? I mean, I couldn't imagine her and Tampon Tim running things. I mean, I always say, you know, God wasn't on the ballot. And a lot of Americans said, hey, Trump's the best deal right now, as with all his, you know, skeletons in his closet. We don't want to be ruled by Kamala, you know, and Tim of Minnesota, most corrupt state right now in the country. I just think that'd be horrible. As bad as things people think they are now, I would put in a multiplier of 10 to 20, how much bad it would be. And we always say on my show, it's a blessing to live in interesting times, isn't it?
It really is.
The wise Asian man said, "Round eye, good for you. Live in interesting times." No, it's no fun to be in a boring
round
state
eye.
with
I
a
like
boring
that.
leader. Yeah, we're all round eyes to them. Now, round eye. I have some.
Well, mine are a little
I have some
slanted.
great wisdom for you. You know, the kung fu karate guy came out and said,
Yes.
you know,
Love
back
that.
in the day, some 1970s karate kung fu
Oh,
show
yes.
that I saw as a kid. Some rerun or something, but I remember seeing that. But it's true. It really is true in a funny way. We make fun of it because it's so bad, and that's the only way that we can cope with it. We have music on my show. We joke around like you do, and then we'll bring in some hard-hitting stuff. Got to mix it up. And it really is entertainment because we want people to tune in and learn something, have a good time at the same time. So that's how I kind of view it. If it's too dry, you're going to ruin the audience. And, you know, we're not trying to be the biggest show. We are. I said, right now, I told friends of mine, get small. Get small, like that Steve Martin album back in the day. That Skitty did. Get small. In other words, we don't want a big target on it. I like being a smaller. Don't want to be the big shot on a college campus, allegedly. Some say he's in New Zealand, and it was all
By
fake.
the way,
you know?
it's funny you mentioned that because right after Charlie Kirk pretty much was murdered, some people even say that was bullshit too. They say,
That's
well,
right.
he was never murdered. It was a sort of a hologram. It was a stunt double. It was this. It was that. I get it. I get
Sure.
it. People would believe whatever they want. I'm not going to argue with you about any sort of belief you have. That's not what we do here. But I was talking to you shortly after that, and I made a remark about Erica Kirk, and it made some people so angry. By the way, Vaughn, when I mentioned that Erica Kirk in a few months would be pictured with a black gentleman. And I'm not saying that, I wasn't saying that like in a racist kind of way, by the way, folks. I wasn't doing that. I'm just saying, you know, I saw her playing basketball at a young age, and I thought, I'm pretty sure she's going to be with a brother soon. And of course, a picture had just came out today. If you turn your attention to the screen, and this is a Fox correspondent, of course, they're having dinner. It's a good time. You know, there she was at that Trump function. You know, everything was going good. But I was saying here on the program, this very program, I said she's going to be with a black guy pretty soon. Since she was really into basketball, she was down with the brothers, I thought. And nothing wrong with that. I'm not angry.
Right.
But I'm looking at this photograph here, and just look at her. She is so happy with this gentleman here. And I'm like, wow, he's taking care of business. You know, he's thinking about getting those cheeks, my friend. And I don't blame him. I would be doing the same thing. I'd be trying to get some action going in there. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Where the white women at, Vaughn?
Absolutely. Where's all the white women at? That's
Right.
what I always say at every club. Come on, ladies. Give it up.
Where the white women at? Absolutely. But yeah, look at her. Look at that face, Vaughn.
Well,
Look how happy she
you know
looks.
what they say.
She's all happy.
You know what they say.
Yeah.
Once you go black, you don't go back.
That's
So,
right.
that's kind of
Absolutely. Well, she's going to find out pretty soon. But look at her.
Yeah, so-
She's so happy, Vaughn. I told you she's going to be with a brother.
Yeah.
And people.
Yeah, you did. I remember
Vaughn,
you saying that.
Vaughn, I'm telling you, people got so angry. Oh my God. It was like if I said, you know, that I hate Jesus and he's in a boiling pit of excrement. That's how angry they got at me. Like if I'm the one that
my
said
God.
that. Like if I'm the one who wrote that in a book.
bad.
I'm telling you, they
That's
were so mad at me. They wanted me dead. Some people actually said that.
Wow.
Could you believe
Yeah,
that?
tensions were running really hot
Oh my God.
in this country when Charlie Kirk was allegedly, you know, murdered. They don't quite know what the hell happened. I mean, you know, and with Erica and her behavior after it,
Yo, this is the
it only
happiest
leaves more and more speculation.
I've never seen her this happy in a photo with her own husband, Charlie. I've never seen her beam with this kind of energy. The smile on that face, the twinkle in her eyes, Vaughn. Never seen her this happy with Charlie, ever.
Well, you know what some people say that both Erica, and this is just all allegations here. I have nothing to back it up, but what I've
Speculation,
heard
yes.
through it's total, yeah. It can be total BS, but some people say that Charlie and Erica were both Mossad agents. They met in Israel, trained by Mossad to subvert the USA, and to control the young in America and to make them pro-Israel. Now,
That
probably
makes
was like
sense.
that at
That makes
first.
sense to me,
It
Vaughn.
does. It's what they do. They control the media, and this is how they do it. So I heard they met over in Israel. They were kind of like put together as a couple.
Well, this is what I read.
You're going to be
yes.
this nice white Aryan couple. We're going to put you back in America. And they were funded with millions. And they can say like, oh, you know, Charlie was just knocking on doors and getting $5, $10 donations and talking. No. This is a major media
Exactly.
Hollywood
Production.
type of operation. It costs
Yeah.
tens of thousands of dollars to go to campus, bring your entourage, set it up. And he had people, they were not working for free.
Right.
They were paid. They had like 40,000 employees, I heard, USA, nationwide. And yeah, some volunteer, but most get paid.
Yes, a
And so
quote
who's
unquote
paying-
podcaster,
that
by
payroll?
the way, a podcaster. And then Benjamin Netanyahu happens to just come out the next day and say that Israel was not involved. All from an American podcaster. I mean,
Said it two or three times. I mean, that's a red flag right there.
Big time.
And then Bibi also offered, as the story goes, as you know, towards the end, Charlie saw the danger he was in, and he was disavowing Israel. He realized he was in the belly of the beast, couldn't get out. And Bibi offered him $100 million. But I heard $150 million via phone. You can skim the top. I will wire over $150 right now. And Charlie said, no. to his credit, he goes, "No, I'm done with you. I'm done with all the tricks and with you guys trying to, you back us, but then you tell us what to say and what to do." He was growing up. Remember, he was a young guy growing up, in his own mind. That's when they said, "Screw you, shoot your ass." Not what we wanted, and they can hit you anywhere in the world. Now, allegedly, bodyguard team, Israeli bodyguard. But I've heard, when I've seen the videos of that guy right in front of Charlie, the palm pistol, 32 caliber. Well, they made you think it was as big 30-06, right? And the patsy up on the roof. He just came out very quietly, said, "Bullet marks to hit Charlie. We're a 32." Quietly, get the news. I caught it right away. I said, "Bingo. That's from the palm pistol." Wasn't so. If it was a 30-06, I know guns would have blown Charlie's freaking head off. There would be blood splattered everywhere. 32 is a lot cleaner. Guy was just. If you look at those videos, his bodyguards, in my view, killed him, if he did get killed.
And
bodyguard team.
And by the way, we still have the American Dream on the line. Dusty, how do you feel about that? Do you think what Vaughn just laid down there? Do you think that's an accurate sort of portrayal, an accurate depiction of what we see in front of us, what unfolded in front of us, I should say?
For the most part, of course. I mean, we're all speculating and guesstimating and this, that, and the other, and only God knows the truth.
Only God.
And the devil. Of course, the devil knows. The devil knows
yes.
what the hell's going on. This is his domain. Let's just be real.
Well, I can't argue with that, Vaughn.
Yeah, totally true. Totally.
Wow.
Yeah, I was always taught, this is planet Earth, but the devil, it's his playground. That's why there will never be playground. This is where he likes to tinker with people, F with people, fuck with nations, And to get through this realm that we're in, you got to pray to God to get. And I believe that's very, very real. God is very, very real.
Bible. They're doing some crazy shit, breeding, and Jeffrey Epstein was doing his eugenics bullshit, shape shifting, and with this, that, and the other, and making babies, and they're doing it. And I could tell you several places they're doing it, but I'm not allowed to say that. But they're making these demon hybrid babies, just like Matt Gaetz said. As crazy as it sounds, he got it a little wrong, but he was right. We are making babies with demons. I know it sounds crazy, but that's what's going on.
By the way, that was a very random. By the way, I never thought I would come across Matt Gaetz talking about a hybrid program, hybridization program, basically.
Yeah, that Army intelligence man went in there. He's like, "I can't get the freaking White House to listen to me. Congress won't listen. Trump won't listen. I got to tell somebody." So he goes over there unofficially and tells Matt what the hell's going on. Matt doesn't probably believe it. I probably blew his little mind. I mean, nobody, who the hell would want to believe that we got demon hybrid programs going on? I mean, and even Mr. J.D. Shady Vance told Benny Johnson, "I don't believe in aliens. They're demons. We're going to go to Area 51, and there's no aliens because it's demons." I mean, these people know. They know what's happening.
It's pretty outrageous, but for those who did not hear that clip or watch that or have any idea what we're talking about, here is a clip of Matt Gaetz talking about being briefed about a secret program, by the way.
I think the most important information will be the biologics that are not human that have been discovered. And like even some of the briefings that aren't classified just need to be out in the public. I mean, I had someone come and brief me who was in a military uniform, worked for the United States Army, that was briefing me on the locations of hybrid breeding programs where captured aliens were breeding with humans to create some hybrid race that could engage in intergalactic communication. An actual uniformed member of the United States Army briefed me on that.
Non-human biologics, interracial alien mating? What the F is going on? Look, wait a second. You had whistleblowers tell you this kind of thing? Can you please unpack that?
Yeah, I had a guy who was uniformed. He was a senior enlisted with the United States Army. Came into my office in Crestview, Florida, in a non-classified setting. I had members of my staff there, and what they explained is that the military ran a very secret program where aliens that were living were in forced breeding programs with humans that had been abducted from war zones and from even the caravans of migrants. Now, again, I didn't verify this, but what the whistleblower was telling me is that there were like between 6 and 12 locations around the country where this happened. And what he wanted was a group members of Congress to all show up at the same time at all of these different locations so that any of those activities could not be moved. And of course, it's a physical impossibility to get members of Congress to simultaneously show up at like 8 locations at one time. That never occurred.
What do you mean non-human biologics? Like,
well, that was the testimony of David Grush before the House Oversight Committee, which I joined, and the testimony was that in crashes of craft that had been recovered by the CIA and through a special program that the CIA had for crash recovery, that it wasn't just the hard materials; it was also biologics.
And it ends there. But yes, there's more to it, but I'm just going to stop it there and say, the last time I heard of Matt Gaetz, he's in trouble with doing some nefarious things out there in the ocean with allegedly some miners. But that's neither here or there, but now he's talking about this, so my mind is blown away, by the way.
Yeah, I think Gaetz was onto something there. I think he was briefed, and he's done a lot of strange things. He's been very quiet lately. Now, there are allegations that when he went down to India, he killed a lot of India with his new viruses and vaccines. And there are even people that say, people say that he was, there's some wild speculation that he was executed a few years back by India. Now, who knows? That's what I'm saying. I haven't seen Bill Gates on the news in a long time in a real way. So, you tie it all together. You don't know what to believe at some point. That's part of what they want. It's like it's smoke and mirrors. It's the Carnival Funhouse, right? But he went down there and he tried some things in Africa and India. I think India got a hold of him. And as the legend goes, they either arrested him or deported him or arrested him there in India and held him under house arrest. And some say he was even executed. Who knows? It's wild stuff. It's out there. I know. It sounds incredible. But again, I always tell folks, you expect our media to tell you the truth. You're not going to hear the truth. You'll get snippets of it. Lots of times, like that Charlie Kirk issue I mentioned about the 32 caliber confirmation. See, they will announce it on the back page or very quietly. They'll announce it once and they pull the file. And so they don't broadcast a big headline. No, because they want this thing to go on. They love the conjecture and they want the show. It must go on, right? So they just love everybody always being part of the plan.
Well, Marina Abramovich, the Satan lady that was drinking blood with that little blonde singer lady. What's her name? That little blonde singer that likes to drink the blood, eat the babies too. You know what I'm talking about?
Lady Gaga?
Which one?
Lady Gaga.
Yeah, Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga.
Okay, Lady Gaga.
Marina, and you got Jay-Z and whatnot, all those freaking. Well, yeah, but whatever. The point I'm trying to make is she was on camera saying this was not a body double or dubbed in AI. She said, "Isn't Trump great? He's the perfect chaos magician," and that's exactly what we're looking at here in our world today. Is we've got a bunch of demons intentionally creating chaos. It's their occult, satanic magic system because this is the system they're going to use to control the world in the future with artificial intelligence and implants. And then one day they're all going to get to have sex with babies and not even have to go to jail for it. That's their plan.
Maron.
That's right. I agree totally with Dusty. Oh, yeah.
And I believe I did see that clip, by the way, online about him about her saying that about Trump being bringing chaos to the world. It does certainly seem that way, but I wouldn't exactly give him all that sort of credit. By the way, that's a little too crazy.
She called him the head magician or the master magician.
Correct. That's giving someone a little bit too much credit, though. I think to give someone that much credit, they have to be completely responsible for everything. And unfortunately, I don't think that way about presidents, by the way. I think there's a bit more people that are pulling strings, not just presidents. That's more of a talking mouthpiece for the higher ups, the higher upper echelon.
Yeah, but then we get back to that little book about that Baron Trump. before, way back in 1896?
Oh, are you going to tell me about this time traveler stuff? Is that where we're going?
Time travel thing.
Here we go. Lord.
But I cut off Dusty there.
Oh, yeah, Dusty, go ahead. We're sorry.
Go ahead, Dusty.
No, he's correct. They do have technology through the Project Looking Glass and old Hal Puthoff and the boys started back in the 70s. They can literally remote view the future. Now, what I mean by that is there's timelines. Has to do with the Mandela effect. So they're looking at timelines. At one point, during the Montauk Project, they were remote viewing timelines when George Bush Sr. was going to be the king of the world. As you recall, he talked about we will have our new world order. That didn't happen. They do have these ways of being able to affect timelines, but there is a plan in place. Now, hopefully it won't go down. Me and the boys at the Illuminati, we're of the light. We're not of the dark. We're out here to tell you the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Now, by the way, you might want to go and pull up another clip. Benny Johnson talking to JD Vance. He talked for a few minutes about the demons at Area 51. By the way, that was a nice pull you pulled out there with Mr. Matt Gaetz, Mr. Decon. That was very, very strong pull right there.
Understood. And what were we saying about JD Vance? He was talking to who, you said?
JD Vance. You go on the Benny Johnson show on YouTube, and you'll see JD Vance shortly after Matt Gaetz said, see, here's the timeline. You had Obama talking to Benny, telling Benny that, yeah, the aliens are real, but I don't know if they're at Area 51. Then you had Trump saying, well, he wasn't supposed to say that. That's classified, but we're going to go ahead and release the files. So now he's got the files, and he gave them to, what's her name over there, that lady at the DCI, Tulsi Gabbard's supposed to get all the files together. They're going to give us a bunch of bullshit probably. And then right after that, you had Matt Gaetz on cue, and then you had right after that JD Vance saying, I don't believe in aliens. I think it's probably demons. And then he laughs. He laughs about it like the devil would laugh.
Really? You know what? I got a clip of that. God,
Google it right now.
I got the clip right here. I got the clip of the mascara wearing JD Vance, by the way. Let's hear it.
You gonna release all the UFO files?
We're working on it. It's funny. When I came in, I was obsessed with the UFO files. And then you start getting really busy worrying about the economy and national security and things like that. But I've still got 3 more years as vice president. I will get to the bottom of the UFO files.
Okay. Have you peeked? Have you done a peek?
Have I what?
Have you done a peek? I mean,
so I actually haven't. I have
full
not.
Independence Day.
I have not been able to spend enough time on this to really understand it, but I'm going to. Trust me, I'm obsessed with this. I've already had a couple of times where I'm like, all right, we're going to Area 51. We're going out to New Mexico. We're going to sort of get to the bottom of this. And then the timing of the trip just didn't work out. But trust me, anybody who's curious about this, I'm more curious than anybody. And I've got 3 years of the very, very tippy top of the classification. I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
Okay, so you haven't been to Area 51 yet?
Not yet.
Some
not
people
yet.
say they keep the UFOs in Ohio.
Yeah, Hangar 18, right? I've heard that as well, but I don't know. I haven't looked into it.
All right. Well, we're waiting for it. We saw aliens.
We saw
aliens.gov.
I don't think they're aliens. I think they're demons anyway, but that's a longer discussion.
Well, I can't let you go without a follow-up on that. Because Barack Obama is on this podcast and he goes, yeah, aliens are real, but here's where they're not. And, and so Obama says, yes, aliens he gets asked point blank, are aliens real? Oh, yeah. And he goes, but they're not at Area 51.
And where are they?
Well, that's what he says. Right. That's a great question. Trump had to go save them and he said he's going to declassify. Okay. So you think they're demons?
Well, look, I think that celestial beings who fly around, who do weird things to people, I think that the desire to describe everything celestial, everything is otherworldly, to describe it as aliens. I mean, every great world religion, including Christianity, the one that I believe in, has understood that there are weird things out there. And there are things that are very difficult to explain. And I naturally go, when I hear about sort of extra natural phenomenon, that's where I go to, is the Christian understanding that, there's a lot of good out there, but there's also some evil out there. And I think that one of the devil's great tricks is to convince people.
And it ends right there. First of all, I got to hear your thoughts and opinions. Vaughn, let's start with you, and then Dusty can take it home here with that one. What do you make of that?
I'm not sure. I will say I did put 2 things in the chat room that I think are really part and parcel of what we're talking about here. When we get into the down the rabbit hole. The book I put out there was Barron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey, and the other book, written in 1900, was The Last President. Now, Barron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey was printed in 1893, and it details Barron's adventures, underground worlds, encountering strange beings, civilizations. Now, the book, The Last President, printed in 1900, political novel, get this, describes a populist outsider from New York City, i.e. Trump, becoming president, leading to protests, saw tonight, political upheaval. How about those apples? And here it gets deeper. Nikola Tesla, who was working on time travel, the death ray, everything that scientists say can be made. Personally, I believe that we've known about time travel since my dad was in the U.S. Air Force and told me a lot of things back then. But that was way before I was born. But my point is, as Nikola Tesla, guess who raided his Manhattan historic hotel room? Died. Trump's uncle was one of the people. They grabbed all those papers, and supposedly it gets even more bizarre. There were 2 FBI agents down the hall that were there all the time watching Nikola Tesla for the government. People say, "Oh, that's a bunch of business." No, it's not. They were watching this guy. They knew he was off the charts. So Trump's uncle allegedly was one of the first people that got access to a lot of that stuff. He had connections in the FBI. Okay, and now we fast forward to 2026, and now Trump in Mar-a-Lago has got a perfect replica Ark Covenant. And it's right there in the mansion, right? So, I mean, there's a lot of weird things about those books, especially. I mean, the chances of that happening, I think a mathematician said, like 1 in 1,000 billion. How a writer could even have this information so accurate. It's eerie. If it is a coincidence, okay, but my thing is we have way too many coincidences, and there has to be more fact of the matter. It can't be all a coincidence. I don't really believe in massive amounts of coincidence. They happen, yes, not at this level. So it's really good. And Trump have gone back. Allegedly, Trump has access to time travel. Who knows? Put it out there because it's already been written about and been on the air many times on History Channel, many shows, social media. But when big shows like the History Channel, put this stuff out there and all their programming, they brought this up at least 1,000 times. I watched them a lot, by the way, and they put it out there. There's so much evidence about it.
Really?
Just strange times. Yeah, those books. Everyone can Google those books tonight and even read them, look at them. Eerie. And supposedly, Trump is the last president.
The last president.
Supposedly supposed to be the last president.
Understood.
I
go
don't
ahead.
hear much talk about 2028, do we?
So I just want to say,
jump in there,
Mr. Von Wehunt. He gets a 10 on that one because he nailed it. There was no speculation. There was no embellishment. There was no maybe, possibly, could have been, might have been. That was exactly on point. And there's one other point I'll add to that is Werner von Braun wrote a book too. I believe it was sometime around in the 50s. Talked about a man that named Elon. You know about that, Mr. Bong?
Yes. Yeah, Dr. Werner von Braun of our NASA head. Yes. Another strange book. There's a lot of things that tie in with this stuff. Yeah.
I'll tell you a true story. This was about 6, 7 years, maybe 8 years. I can't remember exactly. I was at a party in Hot Springs over there near Palm Springs, California.
Nice.
A lady had a it was nice.
Very nice.
It was very nice. They had a pool and a jacuzzi and they had little homes on there for people to stay if they wanted to stay, and the whole 9 yards. So anyway, the lady that was running that show, she was a nice lady. So we got to talking, and I was asking questions as usual. I'm trying to figure out what the hell is this all about here. What are these people doing? What's the plan? And she told me with a very straight face, no bullshit, no embellishment, in a shocking manner that I said to her, if somebody wanted to rent out your facility, well, how would that work? She goes, oh, that's how I make my living. I said, so how does that work? Well, as a matter of fact, Elon was just here a few weeks ago. I said, really? I said, so what was that all about?
Really?
I swear to you, God strike me dead right now. I'm not making this. This is a true story. Matter of fact, most of what I've been telling you today is true, but I'm just going to say it. I'm going to pretend as though I'm making it up, if you know what I'm saying. But this is a true story. And that lady, Grimes lady, that little Satan witch baby, baby maker. Yeah, the Grimes was with him at that time.
I love that.
They made a bunch of demon babies. They got like 3 demon babies already. But anyway,
how many kids, by the way? How many kids does Elon have? He's got a whole
he's got
Brady
14
Branch,
or 15.
Here's
a sad thing to say about Elon is Elon, he wasn't really happy with the size of his pee-pee, so he went ahead and had a penis enlargement, and that got botched. So Elon doesn't make babies that way anymore. He's got to implant his little semens inside these women. He's got 14 or 15 of these demon babies now.
Wow.
Amazing.
I totally believe it. I've heard that before.
Well, it sounds crazy. The truth is stranger than fiction, but listen to this. So the lady says, what are you planning to do on my property? Elon just says, well, your land is on a portal. She said, what? He goes, yes, you've got a portal here, and we want to do some things. He goes, well, what do you want to do? Well, we're gonna open up the portal. And and one thing led to another, and she figured out this was a demonic thing that these bitches wanted to do. They offered her a shitload of money, and she turned it down. She said, no, you're not bringing demons through a portal on my property. I swear to God, that's a true story.
Wow.
I
can't believe it.
Wow.
That is pretty outrageous.
That is outrageous.
I don't even know where to begin.
I believe it, though. I did hear that Elon botched his penile enlargement program.
Did he really? Is that true?
He can build big factories all over the world, but he cannot expand himself.
Allegedly, though. I mean, that's not a fact, is it?
It's all allegedly.
Okay, allegedly.
No proof.
Okay, I'm just curious.
It's all speculation, yes, but it'd be 1%.
My goodness. We've heard a lot of things here tonight. A whole lot of things here, gentlemen.
We're just getting started. I don't know how much time you got. We're just getting started.
That's
We're just getting started.
Exactly.
Good Lord.
The rabbit hole runs deep, my friend.
We pretty much opened Pandora's box here tonight. Absolutely. I can't even imagine. Oh, Lord.
Well, Scott's got a good comment here also in the chat room about the New Yorker hotel, that infamous hotel where Nikola Tesla was living at. And it was rumored, true, to have its own time travel mechanism in the hotel basement or somewhere where Tesla, he built it there, lived in the hotel. And he transported himself, allegedly, past the future, back. But there were nights where the power so intense, it sucked up all the electricity of the New Yorker hotel. He was going someplace, allegedly, and they had some blackouts in it. I mean, these things are all documented. The grids of New York were like, where the lights would like flicker. And the joke was, oh, Tesla must be traveling. Must be going somewhere on a little trip. That was a freaking genius. He really was. And what's funny is the FBI agents were there with the U.S. government watching. And of course, they all knew all this. So the minute he died, had Trump's uncle, allegedly, again,
right.
All allegedly, go in there with the FBI and the Trump family. They were building a dynasty back then. I mean, these things take time. They were building a major real estate dynasty, power, political dynasty. And look, it's paid off for him because, look, Trump is synonymous with, my God, the Warburgs, Rockefellers, even bigger.
The Rothschilds,
yeah, if they got that technology, then they could catapult Trump name and Hatton to make it just exponential all over the world. Look at Trump today. He's bigger than a rock star, bigger than Julius Caesar. He is in many ways. People have parallels to him. If Trump commanded or asked for 1 million soldiers to show up in D.C., by God, he'd get them, like Julius. He would. People don't buy into all his hate. There's still a lot of people out there that can believe everything he's truthfully. So
for better.
No,
for
it's
good.
true.
So
no,
my
you're right.
thing is-
a lot
yeah,
of people
it really
do believe
is.
everything that comes out of this man's mouth.
Everything.
It's pretty
The
pretty
gospel
incredible.
truth. Yeah.
My
Yeah.
goodness.
Well,
Well,
like
I don't know
meme.
if you're aware. If you go and read Donald's books, he is a Scottish Rite Freemason. That's a fact, by the way. It's interesting. He pretends to be a Christian. He's a frickin' Freemason, demonic Freemason. And also, if you do the homework, you'll see that he loved Hitler. And his previous wife, before that whore Melania came along, he had Hitler's books on his newsstand. Hitler had the Hitler Project. You had Jeffrey Epstein trying to make demon babies. It's all connects together. If you just do the research, folks, you'll see it's all part of the master plan. This is not bullshit we're talking about here tonight.
Did you call the first lady
right.
a hua?
A whore, yeah. She's not a cheap. She's not a cheap whore, at least. I'll give her that. She gets
My
paid.
goodness.
Well, when Trump was inaugurated, he did not put his hand on the Bible either. When he goes back and
Well,
looks at
Mark
his
Levin
photographs.
did call him the first Jewish president.
That's right.
That's what he
Put his
said.
hand
I
on
didn't
the
say
wall.
that.
I put
That's
my hand
right.
on the wall, but not the Bible. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Oh, he's got you there, folks. He's
Yep.
right about that. I
Yep.
can't argue. That's true. That is true. I mean, I'm telling you. I remember articles going back to the year 2016, by the way, where these articles were stating these were people that worked there in the Pentagon, people that worked around Trump, saying that he was, in fact, Jewish. He converted. Ladies and gentlemen, way
I've
back
heard
in
that a lot.
2016, even. And this was kind of like a known thing.
Yes, it was kind of secret, but he did convert to Judaism. Yeah, and look at his family, Jared Kushner. Half the family's Jewish.
Half the family, they all married
Proud of it.
Jews.
That's right. Well,
Hey,
that's the
take it
current power
easy.
structure.
Take it easy, Vaughn. It's a
Oh,
good it's a
hey.
good
Oh,
business
hey.
deal, you know? It's a good
Right.
it's for, you know, it's for business, you know. You do what's best for
Exactly.
business.
Well, yeah, and Trump always says, I had to deal with Jews in New York City, the mafia, I had to
Right.
deal with all these people that came into my office, and city government, and so he's used to dealing with all these people. What I'm curious about now, as I have screens here in my studio, and I'm watching a couple of them about this alleged assassin
Oh, the alleged
in
assassin,
the
right.
hotel. I really don't know, but they have the guy on the ground, and I'm curious what his connections are. Israel and the Mossad. That's going to be very interesting to find out. His
That's
connections,
right.
if I see connections to him, I mean, it'll be another Patsy thing, other smoke and mirrors thing, and all of it elevates Trump. End of the day, and everybody loves to hate, and everybody wants to kill, assassin-wise, not us. But my thing is, it's going to be very interesting what his connections are. I can't wait to read the backstory, who he was affiliated with, what clubs he went to, his real name. Is it his real name or is it a fake name? A lot of Jews also change their name. If Mr. Rothstein becomes Mr. Roth or whatever. I think
BB
Bernie
was a
Sanders.
Bibi was a Philly Polak. He's no Jew. He's a fake Jew. Bibi Netanyahu.
That's right.
That's not his real
That's
name.
right. Absolutely. That's not his real name at all. No, it's not. That's not his real name.
He's
So
a
they
demon.
always-
He sold his soul to the demon people.
He might have.
Yeah. Loves death and destruction.
I think, I
chaos.
mean, you
They
know,
just-
we give people the benefit
love it.
of the doubt, but you judge a person by their actions. And what have we seen from these men? Well, they've shown us the spirit, the soul of a demon or a golem, as they call them.
Mhm. Right. Or the jinn in the Middle East.
Or the jinn, if you're a Muslim.
The jinn, yeah. I told everyone
And,
that.
and if you're not a demon, and you're a white boy, you're a goyim.
That's
You're
true.
only 2/3
That's right.
human.
You're goyim.
That's
You're
right.
goy slop out there.
Yes.
You're goy slop, yeah. And the thing
Essentially.
is, too, I think the Republicans are going to get slaughtered in the midterm. They're just going to get hammered. If they think this is going to work for them and give them a sympathy card, a little bit.
No, that shit's over. That shit's over. I don't think
That's over.
I don't think
Yeah.
there's going to be another Republican president. To be honest with you, nobody likes JD Vance. Let's be honest. He wears mascara. He cross dresses. No one really likes that. That's not cool. Let's just be honest. People do not respect J.D. Vance. That guy.
Well, that's why the book is
Come on.
He likes to
The last
he
president.
fucks couches
Yeah.
too. If I could, I hope I can say that, but that's what he did. He wrote about it in his book about having sex with his couch.
Did he really do?
Come on now.
By the way, hold on. I'm not into
I heard
the
about
lore of
Nah, I'm
J.D.
making
Vance.
that shit up. I'm making that.
But
shit up.
I've
That's
heard,
bullshit.
I've heard. You know, I'm hearing
it
these
sounds-
I
jokes.
did hear about that though. I did hear
That's
about
why
that.
I'm like, why are we hearing
On social
about him
media.
doing this with couches? Was that a tongue-in-cheek thing? Were they being cheeky, like the Brits like to say?
I don't know how the rumor started, but I like the rumor. It's a good rumor.
I like the rumors too. Don't get me wrong; those are fun rumors.
Those are fun rumors.
Yeah.
From across the pond.
That's
What
right.
to all
What about
British
the rumor
friends.
that Trump's got that Putin's got PP tapes? So Trump likes to be PP'd on. Is that a good one, or is that did that
Well,
really happen?
I've heard that one too.
I've heard that,
Yeah.
but is that true?
Yeah.
Is that true though? Is he into water sports? Vaughn, I've never really experimented in that regard. Never had a woman urinate on me or me urinate on
No,
another
I'm not
woman.
in that at all.
Right.
That's not my thing.
Not my
Never.
thing either.
No. Bring me a big busty cheerleader, and I'm happy.
A big busty
That's all.
cheerleader.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Yeah,
I don't need
Vaughn
this
likes the
weird
heavy
stuff,
hangers.
man.
That's what he's saying.
Oh yeah, Gugs. Oh yeah, good stuff.
Excellent.
I mean, I'm very conventional in that market. Being a
Yeah,
heterosexual
the only problem
is
with
great.
the only problem
Yeah.
with the big titties is it's high maintenance. You get a big titty girl,
That's
you're going to
true.
deal with some maintenance. There's just no getting around
That's
that.
true.
Really?
That's true. Yeah, he's right. And
I
I've
like
been through
I
that
like the
before.
medium to small medium personally because that's easier to work with. You get that in your mouth. It's a lot more fun that way.
Understood.
That is true.
Wow.
That's good too. I like it all.
Learning a lot here.
That's the ladies. The ladies love me. The ladies love you. The ladies love our great guest, Dusty. I mean, come on. What's not to like?
Well, I'm not going to argue there. Goodness, though. But yes, these water sports, a lot of men like that. I don't know what that's about, Vaughn, but I've heard a lot of stories out there. A lot of people into feed. That's another thing. I don't understand that fetish. I've talked about this various times on the program. A lot of men like the feet. You know, they get off on that sort of deal. I've never been into that, by the way, personally speaking.
Me either.
I don't see feet and get a rod. You know, I don't get a hard on.
I don't either. I don't see feet in a sexual way. So
Same.
a lot of guys do.
A lot of dudes are into that.
Guys are funny. I always get a kick out of what they do. The first thing I ask the girls is, the last guy you dated, what was he into? And it's going to, I would laugh my ass off. And they will tell you everything. And it's hilarious.
Oh, we got
It's
some
just a
feet.
great way to
We got some
break the
feet
ice.
folks here, by the way, in the chat room. I'm quite sure. Man, I'd like to see your reactions in the chat room here on YouTube. Are you a foot fetish kind of guy? Are you dropping loads on bare feet? Is that what's going on with some of you freaks out there? And Vaughn, by the way, I don't know if you know this or not, but I get emails all the time about how there's people that do a lot of conventional drugs and unconventional drugs and listen to this program as well as fornicate, if you could believe it, to the sound of my voice and to the people in this program. They are banging like cats and dogs, and they're listening to this program. It's pretty outrageous.
Damn right.
I didn't build that, by the way.
It's an honor.
I'm not like Obama. I didn't build that.
Right.
You didn't build that, and I agree.
remember one time back in the 80s, I was dating this woman, and it was my first experience. She wanted me to pull her hair and spank her really hard. I mean, not just a little bit.
Oh yeah.
That's like a
caveman style.
By the way, that's like a Tuesday afternoon for me.
But, that's what she wanted, so I went ahead and gave it to her, but I wasn't really a fan of all that,
Really?
Oh, I love that. Yeah, women love that.
That's kind of standard these days, by the way, Dusty.
I don't like that choking bullshit. You're not going to get me to choke nobody. I'm not into choking. These women want to get choked. That's a little too freaky for me.
Yeah, the choking's
like
a little
Eric,
much.
Eric Swalwell was caught choking chicks all over D.C. Now he's out of
Yeah.
Congress.
Yes. That's what I heard.
I choke my chicken
Now it's
before I
called Do
choke
the
the
Eric.
chick.
Give her an Eric, which means give her a chokehold. Well, classic guy. Another.
Maybe we should move back to some other topics now. We're getting a little too freaky up here.
Yeah, we are.
I blame that on AOC and Miss Bobert here in front of me, on front of my screen. I'm seeing them right now in a cosmic sort of drive, and I think that's what encouraged this sort of talk. My apologies.
Well, you got Luna.
They look
Luna was
good.
a stripper. You know that, right? You put Luna, you get a threesome with those three girls.
Luna.
I'd pay to watch that. Absolutely, she was a stripper. 100%. Look it up.
That is
Yeah,
hilarious.
that's what I heard. It is. Our stellar Congress.
I think I would.
Amazing.
That Bo Bear, she was a prostitute from what I read. I don't know if it's true. One of these DC politicians got some of that and said, "I'll tell you what, you don't want to do this anymore. I'll get you a job." And
Are you
what's her name?
serious?
I'm not kidding you. Look it up. Google it. It's on the Google. It must be true.
Yeah, exactly. Google never lies.
Wow. I'm learning
The
a
only
lot
time
here.
Google lies is you start asking Google about aliens and UFOs. They'll lie their ass off at that point. They ain't gonna tell you that shit. They're gonna tell you about that. No way.
Michael, I do love that picture.
It's a good one.
Excellent selection. It's a good one.
Absolutely.
Fun
It's
to
one of my
look at.
favorites. It's good eye candy. It's good for the listeners out there on the YouTubes or the podcast rendition of this program later on. But yeah, that's a good picture. I mean, we are bringing people together. You know, you have a Republican and a Democrat coming together in lingerie, essentially, for those who are only listening to the audio format of this program. And we see AOC there, and we see Miss Bulbert there, who obviously is very hands-on. You know, she seems like a fun girl. She's got that track record. If you are dating her, you can you could round the bases with this one in public, even if you want. Which is okay in my book. I mean, I'm not complaining. She can do whatever she wants. She's of age.
That's right.
So, you know,
She'll
all
let you
good.
play with her titties in
We're
the
not
movie
prudes,
theater. She does that too. She likes her titties played with in the movie.
Yeah, most of them do. But
Give
not-
the girl whatever she wants.
Right, yeah, give her what she wants, right.
Yeah, just give her what she wants, man. I mean, if she wants to...
Well, actually, hold on. I
play,
gotta hit the brakes here. Hold on. But she did hook up with that Kid Rock gentleman. You know, that's pretty low.
Oh, yeah.
Kid Rock is pretty low. I mean, come on.
I like Kid. Cool.
I disagree. I'm not with it. I'm not with the I'm not sort of with the wigger sort of gimmick.
Well, I mean, the guy was brilliant to do that at the time.
Well, it's a good business. Good business move.
He's a smart businessman.
I'm not going to disagree there.
Why not capitalize on it?
You know, I'm not going to disagree with that.
Kid Rock or Vanilla Ice? Pick your poison. Which one you going with?
They're both very smart businessmen. They're not dumb. I mean, and at least Kid Rock had Apache helicopters come by his house. He was like a little wave off a few weeks ago. That's pretty awesome to me. But hey, man, otherwise, had he not been in rock, and I do like his music, a lot of it, as many other artists. But the thing is, he would have been like a factory worker in Illinois or the Midwest.
That's right.
You would have never heard about him. Would have been a machinist in some dead end job. That fuck that. I'm going to go wigger it out. It's hip and trendy. Well, the country goes. Wigger said, "I'll do it, and I'll make millions." Guy's smart. I give him credit. He took something that was going on in American culture, capitalized.
That he did.
Now he's in a mansion, living large, banging Hollywood stars.
He did bang Pamela Anderson.
Wigga,
please, he said.
Exactly.
Lord have mercy. Yes, I mean,
his bank account's a lot bigger than ours.
Well, that's true. He's a very smart individual. I mean, I never accuse him of being dumb.
Like 100 million net worth or something. I mean, it's up there, man.
I never accused him
in America.
Never accused him of being, being dumb, being slow. He definitely did what was best for business.
Oh yeah, I mean, that was all coming up right because what happened was blacks got the rap thing going. Whites just looking for the new thing to get into. They didn't really care about rap. They just got into it, and then it was this phenomenon, right? And then here's Kid going, "I'm in the Midwest. I want to get in this too, but I'm going to make money at it." And
he did, and boy, did he! And he did, yeah. Not on.
Just saying.
Well, again, I'm not a hater.
I know,
but man, he did a good job. Let's be honest. He did a good job. He did. Yeah.
He's retired, and I'm not. I rest my case. I mean, he's retired. He's got, he shoots guns every day. He gets invited to the Oval Office. We don't. He goes on massive vacations. Has 4 or 5 houses. I don't blame the guy.
Probably more.
I just say
probably more than that.
Oh, more. Yeah, he's been very, very successful.
He's done a good job. He's done a good job.
Done a good job.
My
And now he's
Lord.
trying to. He plays golf with the president.
Well, I mean, I don't think I want to play golf with anybody. I don't like golf, but I'll drink a beer with anybody, though. That's different.
Exactly.
That's a little different. But yes, I believe this conversation. I blame AOC and Miss Bobert here for the conversation going this way. But it happens. It happens. It really does.
Well, it is, Michael. I got to say this.
Sure.
I just look this up. Kid Rock has an estimated net worth of $150 million.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, he's done quite well for himself then.
Lots of cash.
Man.
Over the last 20 years. Oh yeah. I mean, hey. I mean,
Mod
it's the
on.
same thing as the girl that goes from the stripper to Hollywood. It makes millions. I mean, she did capitalize on the stripper culture. Goes to Hollywood, makes millions of dollars. We have many Hollywood starlets that did that. Rock and roll guys that take things, American culture, and you exploit it. Guilt. That's what I say. Make all the money you can. You just cash out.
Then get out.
And then get out.
Wow.
Watch the show. Chill with your. That's the way. Because working's for the birds. You have to work.
Working's for the goyim.
It's for the goyim.
That's what I heard.
Everyone punches the clock.
That's what I heard.
Like my dad said, but the sooner you can get out of it, he said, the sooner you can figure something out, get out of it. Or living your real life. You're just working for the man.
Right. Talking about work, when the Anunnakis came here, they got tired of doing the work. So that's how they got the Nephilim to start fucking our women, and they made slaves. And so we're all just hybrid slaves up in this bitch.
That's
up in this bitch. I like that.
I love that. It's true. See, they exploited planet Earth, cashed out, and they stepped back and watched us work.
Mod on.
That's the universal truth. And Kid Rock knew that, and other people like him, even Trump. Look at Trump. I mean, he capitalized on New York real estate, blew it up, got into politics.
Well, he always said, by the way, going back to the early 90s, listening to him with Howard Stern way back in the day, he always wanted to be the most famous person in the world, and he got his wish.
He did. Now everyone's trying to kill him. Like it's not, they're all trying to kill him. Because what does American society also do? If you get too big, bring you down.
They want to kill you. Mod on.
Yep.
Man.
By the way, while talking to you, I love looking at this picture of AOC. Lauren.
I'm telling you, that's a great photograph. It's a great photograph.
It's phenomenal.
It really is.
Love it.
I love it too.
I want a poster of that, damn it.
I know we need to make posters of this, but we might get sued if we do that.
The Michael Decon program.
Oh, we might get in trouble, by the way, if we did that. But you know what? That'd be good business. That'd be a great business endeavor, by the way, if we do that and I get sued by one of these broads.
It'll make you even bigger.
Exactly.
Even bigger.
Exactly.
See, that's why you have to exploit them.
It would make me relevant, basically.
Right. You have millions to come in, and then you hire attorneys to block.
Now you're thinking like a brilliant. I'll bring you up into the Illuminati. We can use guys like you.
I'm gonna have to.
Along the right
I'm in. Sign me up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we'll send the posters straight. We'll get them hand delivered by the Uber people or whatever.
That's fantastic.
Sure.
Good Lord.
The world works. Oh yeah.
That's the way it works, man. Well, hey, listen. I mean, I could easily talk a bit longer here, but I'm afraid we will have to sort of part ways very soon here. But I did have another thing to discuss with all of you out there, and that was with our friend Russell Brand, by the way. Russell Brand also making the rounds yet again, especially his appearance on Megyn Kelly's show. And I know he was with, who's the other guy he was with, by the way? What was that one gentleman's name? I'm not a big fan of his, by the way. I got to be honest with you. Never liked the guy, including Russell Brand, by the way. Not a big fan of Russell Brand. But who am I? Yes, that guy. Yes, Piers Morgan. There we go. Piers Morgan
from London, England.
Piers Morgan. There we go. Yes, not a big fan at all of Piers Morgan. However, And again, not a big fan of Russell Brand. Always hated Russell Brand with authority. Always thought he was hacky. He looks like he smells. And not a big fan of his, especially when he came in, not funny at all, but when he came around again in the media. You know, he's coming around. He's now like a Christian all of a sudden. And anytime I see a celebrity do that, it's always because they did something pretty screwed up. You know, you look extremely guilty when you start going down the religious route. You know, they used Jesus and Christ like a shield. And I think that's fake. That's phony. I don't know why the Christian folks out there, they buy that and they accept someone as filthy as Russell Brand, pretty much Hollywood scum in every degree and manner. But getting back to the point here, I believe it was Piers Morgan who brought him on recently and kind of made a fool out of Russell Brand, basically. I believe he got him to scream a little bit, and I believe there was even one segment in there with Piers Morgan is asking him to pull up something, you know, talk about a Bible verse or something to that extent. I'm paraphrasing here, but I believe he did that, and Russell Brand is just turning page after page, not really knowing what the hell to say about the Bible. And I always thought that was kind of cute when you ask someone specifically about a passage or something meaningful about what they read in there. You know, they're usually at a loss of words, especially if you put them on the spot. They don't know what the hell what's in that book. They're clueless. You know, he came off like a really dumb kind of a person, but I just find it very embarrassing. If that was you out there listening to Russell Brand, I would have to advise you not to listen to this program anymore. Especially if you're listening to Russell Brand of all people. That's fucking crazy, by the way. If that's you out there, please don't listen to this. You're not allowed to listen to the program anymore. Russell Brand stinks, by the way. Worst. But let's play a little clip here.
Thank you. Was that the one you took into court?
Yeah, the very one.
Okay. What was your thinking of taking it into court? And what you were looking at some passages. What were the relevant passages for you?
All right. Thank you for asking me.
Thank you. I didn't know, did I?
A little bit. It was this from Isaiah.
And he's lost.
You're right. Blair did say, you know, be chilled. Sometimes I lose the chill, man. It's pretty... It's this.
Turning the page after page.
You said it's a hired spot.
Not knowing where to go.
This is from Isaiah.
Isaiah.
Excuse me. Man, I'm not going to mark it before.
Turning them pages. He doesn't know what the hell he's looking for.
It says here.
Wow. You'll find it somewhere.
The verse that I was looking at that day was not this. I can't actually find the verse that I had that day. This is
wow. Pretty embarrassing. Pretty embarrassing. Didn't know what the hell he was looking for in that book. Pretty sad. I just wish the Christian evangelicals out there would stop supporting these disgusting characters. But they never learn. They never learn. It's a lesson.
Well, right now, the highest honor, Michael, of a evangelical family, and I have nothing against the evangelical faith, but they're so tied in with Israel. If your son or daughter dies in battle for Israel, there's no higher honor for your son or daughter to come back in a body bag, and you can always tell your friends and brag, well, my son or daughter fought for the chosen people. They died for Bibi, the fake Jew of Israel. So we're a special family.
Very special.
I hate to burst our bubble, but a lot of them think that way. And you got guys like Russell Brand walking around, and I get a kick out of his comments sometimes on social media, as many other people. But it's a strange witch's brew, and I say that because
it's a grift, my friend. He's grifting off the evangelical people out there.
Total. I have friends that go up and talk to the Hopi Indians and a few chiefs up here in northern Arizona. And, I came here back in the day when they were giving the state away, as I told you. But I met a guy that talked to some of the chiefs, and they tell him, I love to hear from them, because they have a very unique, point of view. They're on a sovereign nation, reservation, not them at all. Ancient aliens is always going up there, which kind of ties in with the David Wilcock story. But the Hopi Indian chiefs say, your country is run by witches, not run by who you think. There are owners of the country, don't know who these people are, and they're going to do you in. At the critical moment, it's always been said they're going to allow the enemies to come into America, i.e., that movie Red Dawn, right? Or the UN invasion. And they're going to allow them in. They're not going to tell you, consult with you. And they are witches. And right now, there'll be false flags. They say that will befall America. I just heard this about 2-3 weeks ago, the latest of the latest from what they're talking about around the campfire. I love to hear what my friend says. He goes, man, I was up there and they had some interesting things to say. And they actually predicted this new assassination. They said, Trump's going to be two or three more attempts on his life. Well, here's another one. And they just have a lot of things to say about the future of America. So I tell people, just get ready. We don't know what's coming through those gates. Really don't.
We really don't. And by the way, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes here. Dusty, we are sort of winding down here, by the way. And I just wanted to say thank you for calling in. And if you have any final words, we would like to hear it, my friend. Let it all out, my friend. Let your nuts hang here before we let you loose.
I'll piggyback on the Russell Brand. I know you also noticed, he had to make a little minor confession that in the UK, 16-year-old people, girls, women, whatever you want to call them, it is legal to have sexual relations with a 16-year-old girl. So when he was 30, he was banging a 16-year-old. He said that. So whatever that means, that's true.
That's true.
The other thing I want to tell you that is, this is kind of deep. If you go back to Fatima and I think it was 1917, you listen to that guy Chris Bledsoe, and they've got these secret society ideologies that have been implanted into their mindset via the deep state dark intelligence, we'll call it, NASA and the rest of those guys, that there's this lady that's going to come. Well, the lady is Hathor. If you don't know who Hathor is, you can Google that too. The point I'm trying to make is the fake alien invasion is not going to be aliens. It's going to be demons. It's going to be demons.
Wow.
CERN has opened up the fabric of space-time. They've got already letting demons in. That's why we got all this demon bullshit happening. And this, it's going to be the United States of demons here in the near future. That's my final statement.
Wow. Well, Dusty, it's been a true honor and pleasure to talk to you, my friend. Thank you for calling in. A lot to consume that you laid down for us here. We really appreciate that. And yes, definitely please call again and Vaughn, say your respects.
Oh, Dusty, been a pleasure talking to you. You're got some great points of view, very deep, good conversation, very solid. Appreciate talking to you, and thanks for being on the Michael Decon program tonight. Thank you, man. Salute.
You guys got us great. I thought we gelled pretty good for the first time. We just kind of winged it.
We kind of winged it, yeah.
I think we might have knocked it out of the park, possibly.
I agree.
At least we went off the wall. We definitely went off the wall, for sure.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we did.
Yes, good job. We appreciate that.
Thank you, Dusty. Great call, man.
Take care,
good
man.
Night, gentlemen. I'm going to go get a beer now.
There you go.
Good talking to y'all. We'll talk to you later. Have a good one.
Mahalo.
Thanks, sir.
And there he goes. Wow, can you imagine?
Go, Dusty. Great call.
The American Dream, what a call that was. We kept him on here for about over an hour.
Love it.
Good
Your show just gets
Lord.
better and better, Michael, all the time, and everyone out there needs to listen in and tune in every week.
Oh, I agree. Definitely tune in, turn on, tune in, and drop out, as we used to say many, many moons ago. And Mr. Von Wehunt, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you here on the program to co-host the program with me. You weren't a guest, actually. You were actually the co-host, my friend. And by the way, did Laura Loomer give Trump head, by the way? Final question.
Oh, that's the speculation.
Did she suck him off?
Again, I want to see the video of that. Just kidding.
I don't want to see the video.
I know it's out there.
Oh, my God.
Kidding. It's out there somewhere. Well, in Israel, they call Laura Loomer Larry Loomer. He's supposed to be a transvestite.
That's a man, baby.
Yeah, it's a man. It's a man's man. That's a
Larry
whole different
Loomer.
show.
Absolutely,
Loomer.
yes.
Yeah.
We'll
Google
get
it,
it.
folks.
Well,
Google
we'll deep dive into Larry Loomer allegedly next time you hear Vaughn. But holy moly, what a pleasure it was to have you here on the program, Vaughn. And definitely plug anything you like before we cut you loose.
Oh, just folks, and Michael, great being your co-host tonight on the show. Always a blast. Great call by Dusty. The audience chat room is full. I just love it. All the great snarky comments, good stuff. Very clever. You have a very smart audience, as I do. But they can, folks can catch me too on podbean.com, the Von Wehunt Show. We also tie in with a lot of what we're talking about tonight. We have a top secret X-Files show and the Bachelor's Guide to the Galaxy show. Just tune into Podbean, and you'll catch us live as well. It's always a live show, never any pre.
And when is
thank you so much.
When is that program on again? By the way, the Bachelor's Guide.
Von Wehunt Show. The Bachelor's Guide is sort of the first or second Tuesday of the month, as well as the X-Files show is the first or second Sunday of the month. The Von Wehunt Show is every Thursday night around 8 p.m. Pacific time.
And that's more of a, the Von Wehunt Show is more known as a political commentary kind of program. And the other one is more geared toward what again?
Yeah, the Von Wehunt Show is our political show, geopolitics, etc. The Top Secret X-Files show, a lot of things that we're talking about tonight, like David Wilcock, ancient aliens, it could be UFOs, it could be Bigfoot sightings, everything down the rabbit hole of all those things.
Nice.
Cryptids, name it. We bring in people and a lot of new information. I have friends in the military, you tell me. And then, of course, the Bachelor's Guide to the Galaxy is all about the Bachelor in America, the toxic dating environment, passport bros. We get into my book.
Passport bros, yes.
Yeah. I mean, we talk about, the dating culture in America versus overseas. How it's all going for men. It's a show dedicated to men with lots of women that also love the show. They email me and they call in once in a while too. So it's a good show for everybody. I love
that. Well, once again, thank you so much for being a part of the program, Vaughn, and I will see you on the other side.
Definitely.
Take care.
Great show. Thanks.
And there he goes, boys and girls. That was my special co-host, Mr. Von Wehunt. Really appreciate when he's on the program, and really appreciate all of you out there for pressing play and hanging out with us here tonight. Much love to those inside of America and those outside of America as well. Much love to all of you in the chat room and, of course, the podcast rendition of this program. Much love to all of you as well. This was a good one. Really appreciated this one. It was a whole lot of fun. I really enjoyed this one. And special thanks to the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, who called in. That was pretty outrageous. It sounded like the real guy. A reincarnated version of the American Dream, of course, the real one, the pro wrestler long gone. But holy hell, that was a great time. Really enjoyed that one with all of you folks out there. And yes, come back again. We'll do another live one. This was a good one, and I apologize to those who I hung up on. Didn't mean to do that. I really do apologize. But yes, it is time to get out of here. As you can hear the music playing, that means I got to get out of here. Yes, so signing off from Newport Beach. I was going to say Huntington Beach, but Newport Beach, yes. Signing off live and direct from Newport Beach. It's been a pleasure. My name, in fact, is Michael Decon, and I will see you on the other side. And with that said, the world is a mysterious place, and life itself is a mystery. Until next time, good night.